on Art House today. Expectations from the society that sometimes forces the social media fake life plays out in this performance at the Muson Center. Then in another part of the commercial city, we enjoyed this solo show by Segun at the Thought Pyramid Gallery, where he explores his signature style. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Melinda Akinlami. From our rundown, you see we have a lot of interesting things lined up, and details will be coming your way in a moment.
My horizon on humanity is enlarged by reading the writers of poems, seeing a painting, listening to some music and some opera. It enriches me as a human being. The artist does not work for the other artists. He works for the people.
KESIENA, Rume, and Ogo are three siblings who come together when their mom takes ill. But what was supposed to be a sweet reunion turned sour in this drama.
The play is set in Rume's ravey nightclub, which is bustling. Seems like a great night for business, but pleasure comes calling when Rume's sisters pick that day and place to meet her, so they can give the family matriarch a befitting funeral. But that moment becomes lost as many years of latent siblings' rivalry begin to surface.
Pathetic, right? But I don't care. But you cheated on your husband, you should care. I don't. The only thing that sucks is those bloggers. They don't care how this will affect my life, my loved ones, or my career. They'll just sit down wherever they sit and write horrible stuff about other people. I wonder how they sleep at night. Like other people like us. Witches. It is not their fault. Social media has given anyone with a phone and data the license to be on a moral patrol. This is my backyard. This is my living room. This is my bedroom. I even have a walk-in closet. Let me show you a better picture. Look, yes.
This looks like Gwen Valley.
It's Mayfair, madam.
Oh, if you say it's Mayfair, then Mayfair it is.
Rume, the club owner, is upset about the mental abuse she suffered in the hands of her mother, while Ogo is the Nollywood sweetheart that is supposed to have the picture-perfect marriage, and the eldest, KESIENA, is always there to whip them into shape.
This is my job. It's not only good enough for you, but it gets me out of the bed in the morning. It makes me feel like I have control over my life. I do not ask anyone for money. You see, this is how I know how to survive in a society that does not reward hard work and integrity. A society where the corrupt constantly exploits decency. I am not the problem with the society.
Do not use the society as an excuse to be bad. You could have gone back to school, gotten a decent job, married a decent man, but no, you chose this. This is all you remember, not the society.
Well, not everyone is meant to go to school or marry a decent man or even be good. Some of us only thrive by being immoral. Life has many variables. Don't try to change me. If you wanted to change me, you should have been there for me when I had my child. I was 14. You stood there and watched mother throw me out in the cold.
I was 16. What would I have done?
Leave her, baby. And you did not have 2 minutes to say, oh, mother, please, don't throw me out, please.
We were kids. We didn't know any better. You need to stop digging up these memories.
Easy for you to say. My mother broke her back to give you an good education, my daughter and I. We're living at the mercy of strangers.
I played the role of KESIENA, the oldest and most educated of her sisters. She is a kept woman that tends to believe that everything is in her life is perfect, even though it's not. And because of her marrying up in life, she married a billionaire husband. She tend to look down on her sisters, and she tend to feel that she's the all in all, and everything they do is less than standard because of who she is. And I think based on the fact that her father left, she had to step up responsibility as the first child, to be a support system to her sisters. Only that the support system came out in a very forceful and wrong way. But aside that, I feel deep down she's just as sad as everyone else. She's not happy in her marriage. She's not happy in her life. She has gone through health struggles, marital struggles, and all that.
Okay, I played Ogo. She's Nollywood sweetheart. Of the three sisters, she's the youngest, so she's like the baby of the house, I suppose. She can be very entitled, and I guess she been spoiled from when she was younger, has like manifested into something else as she grows older, so she's entitled, and at this moment in her life, she just cheated on her husband and is like going through a lot of chaos in her personal life, but she's a celebrity. She's not used to her, so she has to maintain that front of being perfect, of having a perfect home, of having a perfect career, and everything is being perfect for her and everything like that.
Yes, your husband is cheating on you with your mother. Oh, mama! And she likes to put me because it's what to be done. You liar!
Oh, no, we don't lie around here. You see, he likes to come with Miss Janet, and I love her so much because she likes to tip me generously.
Come out of here!
You do not have it good, so you want to bring everybody else in.
Well, do not blame me for your husband. Ruku, sit here!
If you don't get out of my face, I'm going to skin you alive.
Roommate, you said enough. Roommate does not mean what she's saying. Roommate, tell her it does not mean what you're
He
saying.
doesn't have to say anything. I trust my husband.
Where are you going to? Let her call him. She thinks her life is perfect and she will call me here. It's okay now.
Hello, Adekule. Yes. Where are you? In the office. Oh, I see. I'm at Rumors and I have a question. And I would appreciate it if you answer me honestly. I won't be hurt if you tell me the truth, but I will be if you lie to me. For how long? After 7 years of trying to put your shit together, this is what you tell me? Don't tell me to calm down. There is no explaining this. There is nothing you can say.
As each sister struggles to deal with despair, betrayal, loneliness and failure, the play questions social life and private realities.
I played Rume in Hertitude. Rume is a pimp, a girl who had to take herself up from nothing and build, something of herself. So she is a pimp. She pimps out girls to men. She's a club owner. So she basically sells sex. But the thing about her is she's a survivor. So whatever she is doing now, or whatever she's has made of herself as a club owner, as a pimp, has come from her doing and bringing herself up from nothing. She had a child when she was 14 and she was kicked out of home. So she had to struggle for her and for her child. And through that process and through her encounters with men and with people in general, she realized that what she has to do mostly is fend for herself, and she decided to, run a nightclub.
The society inspired them, Hertitude. I wanted to tell a story about the society as we see it and live it, and that was where the inspiration came from. No one truly possesses the morals they preach that they have. We always condemn people because we sin different, but in reality, we're all sinners. So I have these morals, I have these morals. There's something you're doing that's also not very good in the eyes of someone else. So we all have our sins. We should not go about condemning people. So that's it.
What? When? How? Reliable source? What reliable source? What is it, Ogo? Oh my god. What is it? Ah! Oh, what is it? I made the news. What's on the news? You've been cheating it everywhere. How did it get out? I don't know. Mehmet is judge. You know, you can't really trust these people.
Hertitude takes the lid off social life and its demands that push women to want to impress even though they're suffering in silence.
I spoke to a reporter. Oh, it was just... I have a court case. I'm losing the club. Oh, how much was my life worth? Judas.
That's social media for you. It has the good, the bad, and the ugly. But don't bow to pressure. Just keep it real, like these artists we see online. And these are the works of art that made the cut for this week.
We begin with Luke Agada's Forged by Fire. It's done with oil on canvas. Then Kingsley Gunka has Dance With Me, an acrylic on newsprint work of art. Mother's Meals is a charcoal on board work by Babatunde Adewale. Then Sharumo David has this watercolor on paperwork which captures the Owosheni Road. Down the Stream is a wax paint work of art done by Akinyoju Babatunde. Then The Trustee is an acrylic on canvas work done by Kwesi Nyako. Finally, Christopher Anyekeli has Morning at Idumota. It's a watercolor piece. Those are the works of art you sent in this week. We do encourage you to keep them coming.
Coming up in a moment, we have an exhibition at the Thought Pyramid Gallery. Details in a moment. Stay with us.